Being broke sucks. I know, I've been there. If being broke is causing you a life of misery and pain, this video is for you. To understand the real causes, it's imperative that you listen to the end of this video and understand the 5 real reasons why you struggle financially. This video promises to open your eyes while your chronic money problems are hard to change. Hi, my name is Denise Cochran, and welcome to my channel, Life Unleashed, the most sought-after place where viewers come to ignite possibilities and transform their destinies. Drawing on decades of expertise with brain-related disciplines, my mission is to help you rewire your negative mental program to awaken the life you are meant to live. I am excited to be the first on YouTube addressing the psychological causes, not superficial money behaviors like other videos, why you are perpetually broke. But don't take my word for it why being broke is not about money. Have you ever wondered why so many struggle financially in America, the richest country in the world and the land of endless opportunities, even in 2022? Why, despite 38% of the population have college degrees or better, despite 1 in 3 Americans, or 31%, earn 6 figures or more, and despite 15 million Americans are now millionaires, only 15% of Americans have 3 months in savings, and only a whopping 76% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck, and 15% are living at the poverty level, making less than $13,000. But really, for me, the most shocking revelation is that of those living paycheck to paycheck, almost half, or 50%, are those making over $200,000. So my question to you is, what's wrong with this picture? Why are so many trapped in a state of financial brokenness? The truth is, staying broke has nothing to do with your earnings or your financial know-how, and has more to do with what's between your ears. So let's take a deep dive into the 5 biggest psychological reasons why you are perpetually broke and struggling financially. Reason number 1, unconscious secondary payoff or gain. So what the heck is a secondary gain, you ask? Well, a secondary gain is where a problematic behavior like poverty or being broke unconsciously provides you with a positive benefit. I know that sounds crazy, but let's look at some examples. For example, smoking may provide a smoker a secondary gain to relax or interact socially with people. Procrastinating, even if you swear you want to take action, may keep you in your comfort zone so you can avoid failure. So what might be the secondary gain or payoff of being chronically broke? Well, it could be many things. Perhaps you are overspending on expensive cars, clothes, or activities to avoid pain or artificially boost your low self-esteem. Or maybe you just want to avoid working hard or remain lazy because you want your mom to rescue you. Many years ago, one of my clients struggled with taking action on increasing her income. When asking her about secondary gains, she finally admitted that if she made good money, she would no longer be dependent on her husband and had no excuse to avoid asking for a divorce. So ask yourself, what benefit or unmet needs are being met by staying broke? Reason number 2, identity issues. We all have some sort of existential notion of who and how we are. The way you think of yourself is formed by your beliefs about who you've always been and always will be, what you can become or not become. You often define your identity in 2 ways, either in terms of your perceived roles in life, like I am an accountant, or in terms of your work life, or I am a basketball player. In your family, I am a sister, a brother, a mother, and so forth. Gender, I am male or female. Or the second way is in terms of a description. I am a winner, I am a loser, I am a victim, I am rich, I am poor, and so forth. If you find you have a lifelong pattern of brokenness, that is, no savings, debting issues, barely able to pay the bills, no matter what habits or behaviors you try to change, there is a strong possibility the real issue exists at the deepest part of your being, your identity. You can't prosper from a broken identity. Here are some clues you have a broken identity. You have repetitive self-talk. I am broke, or I feel broke. When buying something, you hear a voice inside, I can't afford that. You have an unconscious way of losing money because you are uncomfortable in having it. You have a low self-esteem and poor image of yourself. Your sense of value comes from how much money you have or make and your external trappings. If you truly want to be financial free and prosper with greater ease, you must change your sense of identity and self-worth from the inside, not the outside. Reason number 3, unconscious loyalty to your family's generational money story. All of your money habits, behaviors, and patterns originated during childhood, modeling your parents' relationship with money. And your parents' money behaviors came from their parents, and so forth, until the intergenerational money story is formed and needs to be consciously broken. Till then, you are a slave and loyal to money beliefs, attitudes, values, and behaviors of generations before you. Let's look at 3 examples of a family's possible money story. Which one sounds like yours? Money story number 1, the money sacrifice story. In my life, my father was raised as one of 15 kids during the Depression. He was both an alcoholic and a workaholic, always working a full-time job and part-time job. Financial security was everything to my father. His money story was one of you must work yourself to the bone, do work you hate, and sacrifice all sense of joy, purpose, and passion just to be secured. As a result, I too became a workaholic, sacrificed my health in my 20s and 30s until everything came crashing down due to a serious medical issues. I was unable to work for over 6 years, lost all my assets, including my home, and took on 6-figure debt just to keep a roof over my head and pay medical expenses. I continued my father's sacrifice story until I became so ill I woke up and saw the family pattern. Are you possibly living out your parents' money sacrifice story? Money story number 2, money worship and scarcity. In this money story, you believe the lack of money was the cause of your childhood problems, and that making more money will make you and your life better. You equate your self-worth and happiness with making more money to the point money becomes an addiction in some form. Do you worship and focus on money in your life above all else, including your relationships, health, enjoyment, and so forth? Then you are a victim of a money worship story. Money story number 3, money avoidance and deservedness. Those with money avoidance patterns believe money is bad or you don't deserve money, that all wealthy people are greedy or corrupt, and as irrational as that sounds, you make an unconscious effort to have as little money as possible out of guilt and not feeling deserving. Money avoiders are often in the helping professions, such as teachers or social workers. Even if you come into a lot of money, such as through inheritance, as a money avoider, you will sabotage your financial well-being and spend it or give it all away. Do you feel discomfort having money? Do you feel undeserving? Before I wrap up the last 2 psychological reasons of perpetual brokenness, I want to make sure you stay to the end of this video where I will give you a power tip for breaking through your negative thinking regarding money. So stay tuned for that, but first hit the like button below this video and comment below what questions do you have about negative mental programming regarding money, and maybe I will answer it in the next video. Okay, moving on to reason number 4, negative or non-existent money values. Having a healthy relationship with money is key if you want to grow your wealth harmoniously with your most sacred life principles. But how do you go about achieving a healthy money relationship? How do you determine why you may be struggling with money regardless of your desire to make more money? The key is to understand your overarching life values, where in that hierarchy of life values money falls, your specific money values, and your motivation direction regarding money. And I'll address each one of those separately in more detail. In my client work, I start with eliciting overall life values by asking the question, what's most important in your life? So let's just say you say relationships. Then I repeat the question to elicit a client's top 10 values. So second question would be, what is most important in your life after relationships? And then I repeat the process to elicit all top 10 overall life values. If money or finance shows up as your 5th value, your 10th value, or not even show up on your top 10, money will most likely be an issue in your life, even if you were born to wealth or inherited a lot of money. For all purposes, the value of money in your life is non-existent. For the sake of context, all humans tend to focus most of their time, money, and energy on their top 3 values only. The second place is to understand how healthy your relationship with money is by identifying your values specific to the money area in your life. So examples might be a financial value to live life on a cash basis only, or enjoy your money and therefore spend it to the max. Or maybe it's to cut corners to save a few pennies. To elicit your values to money, I would ask the question, what is most important to you in the money area of your life? Third, as I mentioned, what's also important is your motivation direction around money. Is it positively or negatively motivated, as elicited by the question I just mentioned? For example, a positively motivated money value moves you in a forward direction to gain something positive. An example of a positively motivated money value would be to save enough money to buy a home. A negative money value, on the other hand, would be one that was motivated to avoid loss or move away from a possible negative outcome. An example might be someone who wanted to make just enough money to pay the bills and avoid becoming homeless. Ideally, you want to have positive money values, as this means you're comfortable with money. This in turn also means you will spend and save wisely. So to uncover if you have non-existent or negative money values, ask yourself, is money one of your top 3 life values? Are you motivated in a positive or negative direction to change the money area of your life? And reason number 5, unresolved trauma, addictions, and avoidance of pain. Unresolved trauma can have its roots either in childhood as a result of physical, emotional, or verbal childhood abuse, or in adulthood as a result of war, sudden loss, or even as a victim of violent crime. Regardless what stage in life, unresolved trauma drives a person to self-medicate away from pain with substance, money, or other behaviors. Substance addictions would include alcohol or drugs. Money addictions can include gambling, debting, excessive shopping, get-rich-quick schemes, money deprivation, and so forth. Behavior addictions include like addictions to food, sex, work, social media, plastic surgery, and the list goes on. While all addictions can drive an individual to unconscious toxic money behaviors, money addictions are an unhealthy dependence on and obsession with money. With money addictions, money itself becomes seductive. The more you have, the more you want, regardless if you have six-figure debt or are a billionaire. You use money to control your emotions and how you see yourself. Money is used to compensate for your low self-worth. If you pay attention to the truth about Grant Cardone, who is one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, he lies about his financial worth to feel better about himself. Regardless of the specific money addiction, you are likely to feel shame about your sick, compulsive money behaviors, attempt to keep them secret, and be in denial, despite all the damage and destruction such behaviors are doing to your health, your family, your relationships, your work life, and so forth. The sad truth is there are no quick answers or solutions to turn money addictions around. Get professional help when you recognize money addictions are beyond what you can change. Now, as I promised, now is the time for that Power of Money bonus tip. For now, I will keep it short and sweet. If you want to delve more into this topic, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to get announcements on future videos about this topic. The good news is you are not doomed to be broke, poor, or addicted to money forever. You can start turning it around in a matter of weeks, and at the latest within a few months, depending on how deeply ingrained your pattern is. So what's the solution? What tools and technologies can help you quickly turn your money life around starting today? While I'll go more in depth in future videos, NLP technologies, NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming, offers some of the most powerful mindset and behavioral change technologies I've ever been exposed to and trained in. One of the most powerful NLP tools to transform your chronic poverty thinking to a money abundance mindset are cognitive and language reframes. How do you apply this powerful tool of reframe? To reframe something, let's use an example of sun or sunshine. And it means to change the meaning of some sunshine by putting it in a different setting, context, or frame. The meaning of sunshine depends on how we frame it. When we change the frame, we change the meaning and how we respond in our behaviors. For example, the sun or sunshine can have a positive meaning or frame, as in a beautiful sunset or glow of the sun on a clear day. Or sun can also have a negative frame or context, as in the left photo, where it reflects heat or hot temperatures. And in the extreme context, it also can mean life-threatening fires, as we have in California. So what are examples of verbal reframe in the context of money? As mentioned before, common language or self-talk coming from a poverty mindset is, for example, I can't afford to buy a new car. To reframe that belief in a positive way, one possible example would be, what would happen if you could afford to buy a new car? What would that do for you? Or ask yourself, how can you afford a new car? Or another reframe is that all cars or just certain cars? Which cars can you afford? Now that's just a simple taste of what a reframe can do around your money area of your life and your mindset. If you want to learn more about the 7 words that can change your destiny and your money area, then link on the screen is a video to help you do just that. So I'll see you in the next video.